I almost fucked it up.
You dirty bastard.
Apologies in advance, everybody. I'm Tony.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're back with Kingdom Hearts yet again. Mostly because we made a promise.
We made a promise to a fella
That we'd be
at least-
zooted while we did this.
that we'd get this done by like December. So we're gonna try valiantly.
But what we aren't going to try is Valorant.
No,
That game looks shitty.
it does. This
Empty.
bitch empty.
That bitch empty. Oh yeah, I got the red one now, so I can break down this poor man's fence.
Break it down.
Oh, that's a terrifying dog pile there.
Goofy.
Sora! They were just sitting here in the city. You lazy fucks. Your puppies were sitting there crying in a box, and you couldn't go get them? You monsters.
They're living in a box.
They're living in a cardboard box. If anyone knows that song, holy shit. You found your channel.
Oh god, I haven't actually listened to that in years.
I don't think I've listened to it since we watched the Todd in the Shadows One Hit Wonderland on it.
I think that's probably the last time I listened to it. I'm living in a box. Living in a cardboard box.
It's the most optimistic homeless anthem I've ever fucking heard. How many days were you singing that in Duluth, bud?
I mean, it actually did cross my mind a couple of times. It's probably the only thing that made me get a good giggle once in a while. I'm living in a box. Living in a cardboard box. Oh god.
I mean,
terrible.
at least it's better than what Sora, Goofy, and Donald are living in. They're living in a Lego box up in space.
They're always stepping on Lego.
They're eating fucking MREs like crazy. The reason Donald's so pissed and uses such powerful magic is because he's backed up to hell from eating nothing but MREs.
It's the macaroni and cheese kind.
Oh, so heck, I'm extra constipated. The only reason I know that's a factor is because I saw a video recently of a guy who straight up was saying, well, my cousin got back from the military and said, fuck it, these are disgusting, half them. And it was like 40 of them, and he ate them for like a week straight. And they are very high in fiber. So he was having trouble. From what he said, he had to pretty much go on a medically induced cleansing diet to be able to get normal again.
God. Pardon me.
He described the experience as sandpaper now feels soft in comparison.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? I talked to them! Alright, is it the book bullshit this time, or do we have to talk to Sid?
You have to go talk to Winnie the Pooh.
I mean, we might be at that point. Still,
This game is banned in China.
Kingdom Hearts got banned in China for falsely impersonating the king himself. Sorry, the God Emperor.
Winnie the Pooh. Oh no, now we're banned in China.
What do you got there? If it ain't crack cocaine. Oh no, it's gummy block. Is it an edible?
You know it is.
Inner space ain't no playground. Use the gummy ship to go to the world. We don't have a choice. Wait, so is... Hold on, these guys know that Sora and Donald go everywhere. Isn't that breaking this world's order?
Well, like you said in the last one, this isn't a normal world.
Yeah, I suppose. So they kind of have to know about space travel.
Yeah.
I suppose Leon knows the king too, so that, yeah, yeah, there's...
I mean, fucking Merlin's here, and
Yeah.
doesn't he talk about Sid?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, Merlin knows the guys from the, in the second game at the very least.
Yeah.
Or yeah, he's sending me to, Sid's sending me to go see Merlin right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is cryptic for a kid to figure out, I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of Traverse Town is, like, very hit and miss, guess, and wander aimlessly. I mean, I have such nostalgia for this level that it turns back around to, man, this level was so wholesome as a kid. I wonder why, because I hated so much of it. I don't know if the theme is actually calming and good, or I have Stockholm Syndrome because of how much time I've spent here.
I think it's the latter. Because you would even listen to that, like, when we first started hanging out, when we was kids. Like, you would play that shit every night when you'd go to bed.
Oh yeah, no, I do love this song.
But it was like an all-day, everyday sort of thing. It's all Traverse Town.
Well, yeah. What else is there? Did I try this before?
I don't know.
God damn it!
If you'd stop sucking.
There's no coyote time. Yes, it's a real thing.
Coyote ugly.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Hey. Eh.
And what the actual flark do you mean by coyote time?
It's a term for platformers. Essentially, the time you spend, there's a little gap after every ledge in most platformers that you can use to jump off of. That's pretty much invisible platform. So they call it coyote time because,
Wile E. Coyote.
yeah, how he would hover in midair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once you started telling me what it was, I recognized the term a little better.
A mega potion.
Mega potion. Oh yeah.
This is gonna be chaos.
Who's that fat guy supposed to be?
Is
he like a? I don't think. Well, I mean, any of these people who aren't a named character, it's like, do they live here or are they just stuck here too? Are they even people? Because they all look dead.
I mean, well, we like we said in the last episode, we watched him die.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's on that. Moogle, and then you got what's your fucking name again?
It looks like Hope.
Ah, God! Thank God that wasn't out yet.
I know it's not Hope, but it looks like him.
Yeah, nope, not this one. Or is it this one? I think it is. Minnie, Dewey, Pongo, Perdita. Alright. He is...
Titty.
No, Titus was on, the other one. Oh yeah, he's not an actual Final Fantasy character. He's just a random brown-haired kid.
I'm pretty sure that's Titus, isn't it?
No, Titus was on the, island, because you fight Titus.
Yeah.
Because it's Tita Wakus and... What, Tita and Wakus?
Tita Wakus.
Tita and Wakus.
Tita and
Oh
Wakus.
boy, those might have been a mistake.
Yeah. This might be a lost episode here. Fucking Tony's ass being a lost cause. Taya doing the stupid things. And, oh yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh boy, hey, we made a promise for it. We are under legal obligation to be this goofy during Kingdom Hearts. Bo's recommendation. And a dangerous one at that.
A dangerous one. A dang good one.
Weird ass steampunk looking guys. I still prefer their brown variant so much. They're like leather looking one compared to this weird fucking blue and purple.
They're big leather baddie.
You wanna run that one by me again?
No, I don't. I will say I like the knights look better.
I do too. I'd never noticed until now they have buttocks.
They do have buttocks. They got some big old backers.
Why are them nuts dummy thick?
Why are the nuts so dummy thick?
Getting all them technical fouls.
That's a technical foul.
Oh, I hate that movie so much.
Technical foul.
Either we just brought back a memory of a really mediocre fucking animated Adam Sandler comedy, or we brought you back to your childhood trauma of watching the Nostalgia Critic review of it.
Man, I like the music in that. That's about it.
The characters of Eleanor and Whitey, I'm sorry. The fact that they are that obnoxious is why I find them funny.
Yeah.
Mostly Eleanor. Just her whole character just cracks me up. Whitey's voice does great, but I'm sorry, Eleanor's just it just makes me laugh. It seems like a lost Bob's Burgers character.
Yeah. You know, Adam Sandler's really fallen off, hasn't he?
Well, in the comedic roles, yes. Surprisingly, not so much in the dramatic roles. He just dropped another movie that was like just drama that's getting critical. Oh,
did he play the same character again?
No.
Because there's like those two movies where it seemed like he was the same character.
Punch Drunk Love and
wasn't.
Funny People. Yeah.
Something about this musty place.
Because he wore the exact same thing, did the exact same voice, everything was the same. But apparently it wasn't the same character.
I mean, you could say that for like literally 3 Adam Sandler characters. Little Nicky, Waterboy, and Billy Madison. And that's just the live action weird voices.
Yeah.
Sorry, Goofy, those edibles just hit.
What the hell are you doing in my house?
Shit, they found where I'm squatting. Are you here with the eviction notice?
Are you?
Nah. Are you a Heartless? Doesn't look like one.
Oh, pardon me.
He's a sorcerer. What do you got you there in your bag of tricks there, sir?
It's a big old bag of dildos.
What did the king ask you to do? Well, to get all of this cutlery and all these furnishings out of my bag magically to seem whimsical. As a kid, I was like, wow, this is so cool. As an adult, I'm like, man.
I wish there were skippable cutscenes. I don't give a shit.
Why they didn't have the fairy godmother do that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, she's right there.
Yeah. They'd just rather not put in any bibbity bobbity boos.
They'd have to get the copyright for it. And they weren't using this as a platform to sell more merchandise for their big movies. Let It Go is only in its full length in the 3rd game, which is the most mixed the series has ever been, and I just don't get it. But we'll get to that when we play that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Merlin. Fix this book. Oh, damn.
Get out of the way, dog. Before I send you to the glue factory.
Holy shit.
Yes, it is I. Sora.
Are you talking about the voice shift between 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Man, Sora really went through puberty. 14 to 15, holy shit. I learned Simba. I finally let him escape the constant existence of nothing he was in for the longest time.
I think that short, fat little man that plays Sora finally had his nads descend at the age of 75.
The esteemed actor Mesmer, not Mesmer, that's the character he plays in The Boys. He is very forgettable. Haley Joel Osment. I instantly started thinking of instantaneously started thinking of, let me fucking to the book.
Does he actually play Mesmer?
Yeah,
I mean, I've watched so little of The Boys so far, so
he plays a superhero who could read minds, who was a famous child actor who's now a washed up guy, who's only famous because of his past. And can I just say, kudos to him for fucking playing that self-aware role.
And I give Haley Joel Osment a lot of shit, but I actually like the guy.
I mean, from what I've heard in person, he's super fucking chill.
Yeah.
But God, he was in some bad movies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, then he was in The Sixth Sense, where I see dead people. Man, we do everything we can to talk about anything but the game we're playing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it Sora is played by the guy, but
Yeah.
we're at the most confusing part about as a child.
Hi there. What's wrong?
It's random Winnie the Pooh
Brain
world.
blast. Ah.
You gotta get all the pages.
I was thinking of
I thought it was so fucking cool when I showed up here, but I was so confused how to even get any further.
yes.
Wait.
Because the pages were just another item, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was a dumb kid, too, so.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
I'm Sora.
Yo soy
Hello,
Sora.
Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh too?
Well, no.
This world's so sad.
Yeah.
We've only just met.
I was so happy when I saw this because I love Pooh.
What do you mean?
He's a good little fella.
Well,
I mean, what
we all
kid
lived
didn't
here
like
in
Winnie
a
the Pooh?
100-acre wood, and we'd take walks together.
Like, kids without good childhoods, I'll tell you that much. That's why you can't smile inside, because you didn't watch Tigger's Big Adventure, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, just the Tigger movie.
The Tigger movie. Or the one with the heffalumps.
That one was a fun one.
I think that was the last Winnie the Pooh movie that I actually watched.
Yeah.
Because by that time I was like, I think 12 when that came out, maybe?
I'm too adult for that shit.
I was a little old for Winnie the Pooh, but like I think after that they changed the animation style.
They went back to the classic book style from the early days, with the last movie in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember if they brought it back, but then they did that one Christopher Robin that looked fascinating, but I never got around to watching.
Yeah. I still want to watch that movie, but I don't know, I have not really heard good things.
I mean, well, we're getting the best one soon. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
Because poor Winnie the Pooh's in the public domain. I am surprised Disney didn't do everything they could to try and put a copyright on him.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid. They just kind of... I guess they just didn't really care. I mean, it's not Mickey, so they're not going to bother changing
Mickey.
laws again for him.
Yeah, seriously. Then again, they probably don't need to. They can probably just buy him here again soon.
Yeah.
They'll buy the public domain because they're Disney.
We own the public
No.
domain.
I forget.
That one ain't a honey pot. That one's a chamber pot.
Pooh, no. Oh no.
That's why he's called Pooh.
The namesake. Oh dear. That's disgusting. Can I light this fire?
Fire!
Yes, you can. Huh.
Huh.
I've never thought to do that.
You see, we're thinking of the things we wouldn't normally think of. Because, you know. Now, this does something. I'm pretty sure you just have to ring it a certain amount of times. Maybe?
I don't know.
There's a lot of secret treasures here. Yeah, there's that one. I don't know what you're supposed
Poop in the pots,
to
goddammit. Put some honey in them pots.
try using Blizzard on it. I'm gonna not do what you suggested, but...
Just put some honey in that there pot.
Gross.
Talk to Mr. Owl.
Hello, Mr. Owl. We're owl exterminators.
Owl exterminator.
Welcome to the 100-acre wood. You're supposed to give me advice, you old...
Welcome to the 100-acre.
Oh, bother.
Oh,
No more honey left. If only the honey...
See, mine's just a bad impression. Yours is like you do side work as him.
You know, I would actually love to do Winnie the Pooh.
I mean, you'd be standing in some pretty mighty shoes there. You know who voices him, right? The legend himself, Jim Cummings,
Yeah.
who plays everyone from your childhood. Just
Yeah, pretty much.
literally everyone from your childhood.
There's 2 dream characters I would have that I would want to play that are already established.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie the Pooh and Shaggy.
And Shaggy. Yeah.
Although my Shaggy has kind of gone downhill since I've gotten COVID a couple times and my voice keeps getting fucked up because of it. But, you know, I'd have to relearn.
He'd have to learn how to be Super Shag.
Super Shag. Like, wow.
That's a long sound effect, guys.
Yeah. It's just for like 45
Have some
minutes.
chimes in your ear. There you go. That's pleasing. Shiny things. Jingle the keys for the kids.
Jingle the keys, jingle jangle.
Oh yeah, just the magic training. Yeah, I don't really need to do the magic training. Best see shit before going anywhere else. Let me just walk there, you lazy fucks. God, kids today.
Odd dab kids today. There's brigands about, but I don't care. Children need to learn.
Ow.
You got all whipped.
And something fascinating I found out when I first got back into this game. I had no idea this was in like an open canyon.
Yeah.
Like,
I always thought it was underground too.
I think that's really cool. It makes it seem just all the bit more mystical. And that design is actually really fucking cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the PlayStation 2 days. They did so much with so little.
Now, gotta wonder where the hacking corn is that actually set up in the world.
There you are. What's going on?
Riku!
You having some very disturbing looking eyeshadow there,
Hey,
Riku.
cut it out.
Oh no, you know he's edgy now. He's wearing mascara.
I hope not. Took forever to find you.
I mean, that is a very leaving Hot Topic in 2002
Yeah.
haircut.
Wait a second.
Back
where's
when
Tylor?
Hot Topic
Isn't
didn't
she
have
with you?
anime shit, it was all just emo
Well,
shit.
Don't worry. I'm sure
Man.
she made it off the island.
I
too.
can only imagine what the old emos who
Finally
would just kind of hang out and chill at the
She
Hot
might be
Topic would
looking
think
for
of
us
it
then.
now being pretty much almost just for
We'll all get
nerds
together
and
again soon.
like musicians.
Actually, that's one of the things I
leave
saw on
everything
TikTok
to
the
me.
other day. It was
I
an
know
old
this-
emo reacting to how Hot Topic is. She wasn't happy.
Leave it to who?
Sora, what did you...
Sorry,
I've been
Riku.
looking for you.
You have to leave it to
Sorry,
the
Riku.
American
Okay.
Eagle version of your character.
Who are they?
Nah, Sora's just a Spencer's version because everything has zippers.
Yeah.
We visited so many places in the world.
He's just wearing a Trip jumpsuit.
Really? Well, what do you know? I
Did you
never
know
would've
Trip
guessed.
is still like an active band?
I mean, 21 Pilots is a band, so... I don't think you can legally listen to them without wearing trip pants.
So
Yeah.
this is called a keyblade?
This is called a Yee Blade.
And that's called a JPEG keychain. Look at that shit!
God.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay, so you're coming with us, right? We've got
I
this
mean,
awesome
it's
rocket. Wait till you see
JPEG.Mulford.
it.
I mean, yeah. It's,
What?
I actually never knew there was a second district sign until looking at this cutscene. They put so much little work into the tiny designs of this world.
Riku?
Bitch just disappeared.
Nice.
Which, like, you know,
Oh well.
okay.
He's okay.
He walked around the fucking corner,
Maybe
guys.
we'll run into Kyrie soon too.
Or wait, no, he has the dark portal. Does he have the dark portal in
I
this
think
one?
he's got the Dark Portal.
Okay.
Because I think like damn near the second they left the Doohickey, the island. Whoa.
He had dark portal?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the Dark Portal by then.
Yeah, because he showed up right in Hollow Bastion, too.
Yeah.
And he embraced the darkness. I gotta go talk to Sid.
And that's when they did the.
Sid had to go home. He lives in the 3rd district. So, what you're saying is that dilapidated house that's been just full of boxes for months is Sid's house. Has he been living up?
Yes.
He's been living at the accessory shop with the
No,
noodles?
actually, he lives in the postcard box. He just kind of...
Is he the one giving us that stuff out of the postcards?
Yeah.
Sid's just sitting there squatting in the fucking mailbox.
It's surprisingly spacious on the inside. It's like the TARDIS.
The TARDIS. Sid's the fucking... He's the incarnation of the Doctor in the Kingdom Hearts world. I want to see a Sid-style Doctor, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of rednecky and, like, mechanic-y. The mechanic Doctor. The mechanic variation. And he's played by Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Sid the Toolman Taylor.
And since... God.
I'm Dr. the Toolman Taylor now.
And with him playing that incarnation, there's now a Doctor Who world in the next Kingdom Hearts, and a Home Improvement world.
Finally, Home Improvement can get a better game. That's not just your weird dinosaur game.
God, that was a fucking weird game.
Seriously. Man, Sid's house is shit.
Sid,
Are you? How poor are you, buddy? Do you need help?
Did someone foreclose on this and you just kind of moved in? Did they just stop checking this property? Heard of Maleficent? Yes, it's a terrible movie. Here's she's in town. Holy shit, Angelina Jolie. She's a witch.
I mean, have you seen her face?
I have.
She had a vial of Billy Bob Thornton blood around her neck for about 5 years. And don't forget, she dated Billy Bob Thornton.
I know. I mean, it's impressive seeing someone with a better jawline than Billy Bob Thornton.
Apparently, like the stuff that went around those two as a couple was weird as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they wore vials of each other's blood around their necks. Angelina Jolie keeping a loaded pistol underneath her pillow.
You see,
that sort of thing.
It's just as I told you. While you toiled away trying to find your dear friend,
He joined a cult.
He joined a cult.
New companion.
God damn it, little Billy.
Evidently, now he values them far more than he does you.
I always thought this was the stupidest
You're better
fucking
off without that
forced
wretched
betrayal kind of setup ever. Even as a kid, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
He's that fucking gullible?
Find what you're searching for.
It's like, this bitch just disappeared. But he's gonna go on with his life. He's done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we've been talking about Final Fantasy so much lately because, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're planning on doing a full Final Fantasy playthrough eventually.
The whole series. Even the spin-offs, yes. We're not skipping those strange little side projects. Nothing that's like impossible to get a hold of nowadays, but...
Yeah. It's like we're not going to play, what was it? The phone one. Well, we're probably not going to play any of the phone ones on the channel.
Yeah.
But, although I could get it to work. But, nevertheless, oh god, what was it? It started with an O. Lord, I can't remember.
The...
Armarpia.
Type O?
No, not that one.
I don't think we even talked about that one. I don't think either of us have even played that one.
No.
Ring it 3 times, see what happens. God, I went up there twice already. I hate it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is offhand, but there's a couple now, but they were pretty decent Final Fantasy games, but they've since taken them down because they were, server based, and they didn't want to keep paying for the server stuff, even though they were only up for about a year.
Yeah, it was pretty redonk.
Just like the that one Kingdom Hearts game too.
Yeah, we're not playing Dark Road. Sorry, everybody. It just... One, it's impossible to catch up nowadays because we have like a little bit before the next expansion, and it's pretty much a whole different game now. I already got the shit up here, didn't I?
Maybe? Yeah, I think so.
I still really like the design of this shop. As a kid, it seemed very whimsical to me.
I liked it because you could continuously grind in it.
I mean, yeah.
That, and yes, it was very nice. Very nice.
I went out the wrong door. Although it's... I don't know why it looks like a chapel on the outside.
I don't know.
This is one fucking weird church. That light bulb looks too happy.
Your ass is happy. No, I said your assignment is an unhappy one.
Okay, so who moved these boxes?
Sid did.
Okay.
With his mind.
This is my... Oh, I didn't know one of his powers was telekinesis.
I mean, he's already got, you know, fucking like everything else. He has the ability to change gender, race, and species if he damn well pleases.
I mean...
Because he was a dwarf in 4.
Yeah, it's... Sid's definitely been through the ringer a couple times.
But yeah, I never finished my thought there. It's, been really wanting to play some fucking Final Fantasy, but I have Final Fantasy 4 and fucking 7. No, I have 9. Whichever, either way. But I just haven't really been wanting to play either of those, but I want to play Final Fantasy. I, oddly enough, right now want to play Final Fantasy 13. Probably one of the few people in this planet who can honestly say, I'd like to play more Final Fantasy 13.
I'd like to try and see what all the hubbub about 15 is about now that all the DLC's out and it got better reviews. And honestly, do I want to play the most right now? Fucking 14.
Yeah.
But, one, I don't have the time. And two, that just, man, it's a lot to get into.
It is. Well, that's like the problem with a lot of MMOs, because I've been wanting to restart Lord of the Rings Online, but man, I can't be bothered to start an MMO right now.
I'm busy. And I don't remember having to fight this phase before you fight reverse armor. I thought he just showed up and then transformed. Or does he have reduced health here?
I think he might have reduced health. He might not. He just, you know, it might be harder boss. But he seems...
Oh, no. There we go.
Yeah. He just kind of seems a little less aggro.
Mm-hmm.
Until reverse armor started showing up.
I'm still torn between this being a really cool boss and a really lazy boss.
Yeah.
You know it's a real important boss now that the music changed. It's now the ultra-dramatic boss fight music.
Oh. You know what world I wish they had in this game? Trek.
Nah, we need a DreamWorks equivalent Kingdom Hearts though.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Actually, no, that'd be terrifying.
It would be, because you'd have a Shark Tale world.
Yeah.
I mean, but you'd have a How to Train Your Dragon world, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you'd have, I mean, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and you'd have an Ants world.
Ants could finally get a better game.
Let's finally let's not bring Woody Allen back to play him though. let's not give that man any more money, please.
Yeah.
Seriously, a weird fucking choice for the main actor of that movie though.
Yeah.
It worked so well, but I mean, that movie had weird casting anyways. It had, you know, Woody Allen as fucking Z. It had Sylvester Stallone. Fucking Gene Hackman as the villain. And then, as his number one in command, Christopher Walken.
I don't know about this. I'm gonna turn on you because you're an evil man. And I don't want to die.
And Zoro's having a hard time casting heal up in the air.
Sure.
Oh shit! He's that laser cannon, fucking, angel from Evangelion. The one they had to use the Uber sniper on. I think that was the diamond one.
Yeah.
One that screamed and was fucking terrifying.
You know, I didn't see... You guys started the first movie without me.
I watched the first movie at work.
Yeah. I might have to do that this week, because I've been talking about Evangelion to a lot of people lately, actually. And it's just like, man, I really want to watch that again.
We are of a strange kind, because we prefer the rebuilds over the original series. Which is apparently a very unpopular online opinion.
Yeah.
Well, it was until the fourth movie came out, and then people are like, oh, okay, this is alright. This isn't as bad. This isn't the worst thing to happen to cinema ever. I guess. I just really like those movies.
Yeah, I do too.
This should help.
I think the story is a lot better executed, really.
You suck, lad.
I do. It's gonna be another episode. We spend most of our fucking time in Traverse Town.
At least, you know, the first 40 minutes of the episode it wasn't just you fighting
Yeah.
a boss.
It's gonna be the second 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of trouble with reverse armor as a kid, too. It was a place I got stuck a lot. I think it was just, it felt like such a jump in difficulty in comparison to guard armor, and I had barely beat stealth sneak, so it just felt like a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays it's like, yeah, he can take it by surprise, especially like while I'm playing right now, not realizing that cure doesn't work if you fall slightly. I think there's actually a fucking ability that allows you to use it while you're jumping too, so.
The first game is an enigma.
It is. The fact that this got popular is astounding.
I mean, it's Disney. They pushed it hard.
Yeah, they did. It's just, I'm glad it did. Like, it's not like it's one of my favorite series of all time or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that the Square Enix devs that worked on these, especially like the Kingdom Hearts games compared to like the Final Fantasies and the Dragon Quests and all that. I'm happy they were able to get big on the PS2, right alongside Level 5, the guys who made Dark Cloud and all that.
Yeah.
Because there's such a sense of whimsy in Dark Cloud 2 and Kingdom Hearts, like, that almost had the same vibe for me. The only game that has felt as close to the strange, ethereal nostalgia that is Kingdom Hearts 1 is Dark Cloud 2 for me. Dark Cloud 1 I don't have that much nostalgia for, compared to Tylor here.
Yeah.
You played the shit out of 2, or 1, without playing a lot of 2.
Yeah.
Which-
I mean, I played 2, but I don't think I ever actually owned it myself. I think I just borrowed it from my uncle.
It's definitely a different beast, like no real big town building elements. Dual protagonists. Way bigger of a, like, just combat and focus. And there's no of that inane dungeon. Good God. I like Dark Cloud 1 a bit, but I definitely... I mean, actually, my favorite out of, like, their... Well, I mean, I guess you could go quadrilogy on the PS2, because they had Dark Cloud 1 and 2, they had Rogue Galaxy, but they also had... It just jumped right out of my head. They made the 8th Dragon Quest game.
Really?
Journey of the Cursed King or something like that.
Was that a DS one?
That was a PlayStation 2 and I think got ported to the DS.
Okay.
It's the one with the character with the red bandana as the hero.
Yeah. You know, I really do have to say, Dragon Quest.
Oh boy.
Dragon Quest. Is kind of a real big mixed bag.
I'm of the camp, I adore pretty much every one of the games. I'm completely biased towards them.
Well, it's not necessarily like a bad mixed bag, but just the fact that the games were not made equally.
Oh no.
Like, even like some of the newer ones, the writing seems a little off. Not the newest one, I just haven't gotten back to it. But like a couple like the later DS ones, and then the one that God, what was the last one to come up before this newest one?
We didn't get it in the West here. It was 10. It was their online one. But 9 was a DS one, I'm pretty sure. And then they ported a lot of them, well, like port slash like remake.
Yeah.
For a lot of them. What else was there? I know there was a lot of DS ones that were just kind of like weird side things. Like, the one that you played the most, Dragon Quest, like, Monsters or something?
Yeah, Joker.
Yeah.
Which I actually need to play. I don't think I've ever beaten the game. I just relatively, well, not even relatively recently. It's been about like 6 months, but I got that game, and I've been wanting to actually finish it, but I just, man, it's not the same no more. Picking up the old DS.
Yeah, it do hit different. I know I could never go back to trying to play Fire Emblem Fates and Awakening on DS anymore. Now that I've been able to play them on a big screen.
Yeah.
Granted, the graphics are a little rougher on the eyes because it being
it's
that
upscale. Everything's so jagged. I feel like I'm gonna get cut looking at it.
My eyesight is worse because of this. God forbid if you try and turn on 3D.
No God.
Do we go back to 3rd District? Yeah, I gotta go talk to Sid. Took me forever to figure out where to fuck go here too, because I'm pretty sure I put it down right after I did the whole like boss fight, and then came back and I'm like, where the fuck do I go? I want to leave. I want to leave. It must be annoying as hell to... Oh yeah, he's up at his shop, isn't he? Talk to you. Hurry, the Heartless are growing stronger every minute. Thank you. You're the one that can stop the Heartless.
You're our only hope in the control.
You're our only hope. Esperanza.
Esperanza. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope.
This area is designed very interestingly.
I still want a damn Star Wars.
Star Wars World and Kingdom Hearts.
It's like, man, why didn't you make a Star Wars world? Come on, you did it in Disney Infinity. Come on.
Not only should, like, they did Pirates of the Caribbean, why the hell not Star Wars now?
Yeah.
Why is there no Simpsons world?
Okay, they don't include the Fox properties.
Come on, give me X-Men. Give me R-rated Wolverine in my Kingdom Hearts game.
Shit.
Give me an old man Logan world where Hulk's a cannibal.
Oh yeah.
And he has an incest family.
Yep. That's the thing. Yep. Everyone else knows Logan from the movie, but like the actual old Logan comics,
They're actually kind of fucked up.
Eesh.
They're fantastic, but man, it's that real 2000s Garth Ennis style, The Boys and Preacher, all anger and offensive, no substance. Logan isn't a, like, very in-depth character coming to terms with his, like, growth as a fucking hero slash anti-hero in this apocalyptic world. Now, he's just there to murder in the comics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a good reason.
Well, he had a good reason. He was tricked into fucking
literally killing the entire Justice League. Or not Justice League, fucking...
X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men.
And the Avengers. Oh, boy.
I'm getting stupid here. I'm sorry. I'm getting shit mixed up.
Don't-
It's like Justice League. Nah. What the fuck's it again? Oh, yes, Avengers. Yeah.
Don't worry. During my entire rant, I forgot what I was talking about by the end there, and was just barely able to get back to it.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go. Woo.
Oh boy.
Now I want to watch more Charlie.
I want to watch Belle again. We watched that recently. That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Susan. Anyone, if you know, you know. Susan. Susan. No. That's my only problem. Like, I love. For any of you who actually know who that, or what that show or what the movie is, if any of you know actually, that movie, it's good. Everything about it's fantastic. Set pieces.
The ending's a little weird. The ending's a little weird.
Well, the actual writing, like the visual properties of the movie, fantastic. The writing,
I mean, that's kind of. I have that problem with that director. His endings always get weird.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the Boy and His Beast and what is it, Wolf Children, I think. And those both have some kind of iffy endings. Not bad, but
Yeah.
like that went from a movie about Beauty and the Beast to a really harrowing. Well, okay, spoilers, I guess, for everybody. Because it is relatively recent. Like, spoilers for Belle, released in 2021. Yeah, like, legitimately, it turns into this dark abuse story.
Yeah.
Kind of out of nowhere.
I mean, it kind of hinted at it, but they also, like, really hinted that one fucking douchebag who doesn't... Suzu.
Then again, the Beast could emote. that should have been our tip-off.
Yeah, it should have been.
Awesome Beast design, and even though they had, like, they used a kid's voice for Beast because of the circumstances, he was kind of, like, at first I was like, oh man, this is kind of cringy. But as it went on, he did really good as Beast. It was a really unique movie. The visuals were astounding, and the soundtrack, mwah, fucking gorgeous. You'd think it would be a little bit more about music by the end there, but it wasn't. That was a trip. It was a fucking trip, especially being as we were about as zooted then as we are now. Because I am feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
But yeah, in general, I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't really much care for the writing, and I really didn't care for the voice actors. Most of them were just fucking awful.
It was off. I definitely think that one might be better experienced in its original Japanese.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking the entire time. It's like, I think I would probably like this better in Japanese.
Even the songs, I think, would sound just fine in Japanese, because apparently the singers, the English singer, was like got the job for doing an uncanny resemblance to her original Japanese voice actors. Some of the most unique music I've ever heard too. It almost had like a kind of like a Bollywood feel to it, to be honest.
I suppose.
Like, well, mostly with like the first one, with the the big intro one with the whale.
Yeah, that one. I kind of agree more with that one. Like the rest of them, no, but that one, yes. And by God, if any of you ever need a good laugh, watch a shitty Bollywood movie.
I know. It's glorious. Because it might be one of the worst movies ever, but it's always so hammily acted, because Bollywood's all about huge emotion. Even the bad movie, they're over-emoting to the point of pure comedic effect. I learned Hurricane Blast! What? I don't remember that move.
Yeah. But Beyblade, let her rip.
I'm unlocking new Hawaiian Punch flavors as I go along and get stronger. The next one just has different variants of that as drive forms. Because Disney's going into the, they're going into the flavored punch gang with good old Kool-Aid, Flavor Aid, and Hawaiian Punch. You get Mickey, you get like Mickey's flavor. I fucking find out. I can't think of anything right now.
I was just gonna say, I think you ran the gambit with that joke there, bud.
Yeah, I couldn't finish it. Oh boy. Man, I started drifting. I went in the wrong direction. I did a U-turn.
It's like, okay, we're going into the Kool-Aid area, flavor. Kool-Aid flavor. Like, well, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh man. That's only gonna be funny for like a small handful of people. Oh man. Yeah, the extra two were a mistake.
Oh God.
Well, I'm beginning to think that movie wasn't as weird as I think it was. I was just gone. Jesus.
Yeah, because I don't remember there being that much Bollywood.
I don't know. It gave me those vibes for some reason.
I mean, musically, yeah, kind of. Because the
Yeah.
tone of the song, the tone of the song.
I mean, it went into like just kind of sad anime movie after the bit there, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I associate with like not understand, like especially if Bollywood movies are dubbed.
Yeah.
They kind of have that like jutting start and stop style. For me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it went straight up just weird Japanese anime Ultraman group here and take over. It felt too Japanese with its very odd delivery. It feels like the translation was 1-to-1 almost.
Yeah. I also think it feels like they left out a scene because just like everyone all of a sudden knew who she was out of nowhere. And should we say something? I mean, we know because we tried to talk to her about before, but she started freaking out, like hitting at. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I haven't seen nothing like that.
Yeah. The one scene where they mentioned that her daughter was into Belle. Is that it? Was that it? Like, the movie was the pacing was very jarring.
Yeah.
It's a movie I want to go back to.
I want the Snyder cut of that movie.
I was already way longer than I think it needed to be.
Yeah.
Like that was a long movie. 2 hours and 20 minutes for that was... Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was... The thing is, it was mainly... the music. Because, like, each of the songs were, like, 5 minutes by themselves, and they played them, like, twice. It's definitely more of a visuals kind of thing.
Although I can definitely see myself going to listen to the soundtrack of that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of like it was basically just like a visual fucking music video. They just have some funky visuals over top of music. Playing.
And the theming of Beauty and the Beast, because the whole Gaston comparison with the fucking what was it? Like, they said it obnoxiously. Unveil you.
Yeah.
I'll unveil you. He deserves to be unveiled. I mean, you really think this character's cool?
I still wish we would have figured out who he was. I'm sure he was just some detective or something like that. Some down on his luck private investigator. But yeah, I don't know.
That was a weird movie.
I also figured he would be someone in the movie because of just he seemed like he had a personal vendetta against the kid.
Like, if it was supposed to be their dad, that did not come across.
No. I mean, we even made the joke that well, when that scene was going on, it's like, oh god, he's gonna be the shine your light guy. veil you with my shining light.
I mean, I can safely say that it went in a direction I was not expecting. We did it! We did it!
I just expected them to say, "Oh, he was." It was the guy who can't speak too well, but he's really into self-flagellation. That's why all the bruises.
I mean, the fact that they turned that into a abuse situation, that was a very uncomfortable and awkward moment at the end there with the confrontation.
Yeah.
Like that was. Ooh, I felt like the main guy getting through some demons, to be honest. Sheesh.
What we sitting at for time?
We're sitting about 55.
55.
I think we can get to the next planet.
Okay.
I think we'll do a little bit more of the gummy ship stuff.
The Gumby ship.
Can't warp drive to the portals, unfortunately. Do you know how long it took for me to figure out the whole portal shenanigans? Like as a kid.
Took you a while.
Well, because I think it just took me a couple tries of like just going back and forth and like being like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to go to those? But okay. Cool. I think it was because it only shows up like at the end of a level, and again, I was a dumb kid, and I took these sections a lot more seriously than I should have.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I wound up happening is because I accidentally hit it as a kid. I think I also died when I went through it because this area is a little more littered with Heartless that actually, you know, kind of aggro towards you. That I thought I wasn't supposed to go here or something. It was a very confusing get to the next section of the game. I got stumped a lot on this. Especially when I tried to beat the optional bosses by the end of the game, too.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know if you were supposed to, and I tried to fight that Cobra in Agrabah, like, so much. Like, I still don't think I can even properly fight those bosses. Like, they're still tough as nails to this day. Especially that fucking clock tower motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a fun fight, though.
Like, once you figure out the gimmick to it, like, it's a fun challenge, but goddamn, he is still tough. And I mean, Sephiroth, like, any of the optional Coliseum bosses, like, are given way harder than they should, like, than you thought. Like, when I would think Square Enix as a kid, I'd think super secret, hard-to-kill bosses, because I remember, Cool X from fucking, what's it called? RPG? Legend of Seven Stars for this Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Also, for anyone who likes Kingdom Hearts and likes that game, go back and compare the soundtracks, because you'd be surprised how much RPG, like, laid the foundations for, like, Kingdom Hearts' sounds. Like, a lot of them are, like, adjacent sounding. It's kind of uncanny.
Yeah, it really is. And we're in Snagraba.
We're at the... Oh, man, I'm gonna really want to go back to the game here soon. You know, I'm gonna want to record even less. I fucking hate this world.
And the keyhole?
The Heartless are
Again, I didn't have a lot of trouble with, like, the mid-game. But, like, as it got closer to the late game, and, like, this world especially, I got stuck on really weird difficulty spike bosses compared to the rest of the world. Like, the Cave of Wonders was a bad one. Ursula's boss fight was surprisingly tough, compared to, like, Oogie Boogie's and Monstrous bosses being really easy.
Yeah.
And, Hollow Bastion, like, Maleficent was brutal, and I had a harder time with Chernobog than I did Ansem, I actually remember as a kid. I think it was because of his, like, really fast, like, dive back and forth and the combat switch to flying combat.
Yeah.
Heart to open the final door. Any fewer is useless.
Well, if the princess is
It
there,
didn't help that the flying combat in this game is kind of
find Jasmine
stilted.
and bring her to me.
Definitely.
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume the careless.
Man, your face looks terrible.
Your concern is touching, but hardly necessary.
He is terrifying when only his lips move. Also, I just realized that the left side has a line through her chin. And Jasmine has a line across her face. Oh boy, the polygons are showing. I'm hyper-analyzing this game, and I don't think it's good.
By the end of this playthrough, you will hate one of your favorite games.
Not really, just more, wow, upscaled. Some of these character models it's just interesting how obvious they are. Like, I can imagine that stuff was, like, hard to see at all on a CRTV.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was kind of also the thing of making games back then. They did a good job at making it so you don't see the imperfections, or they use the scan lines to, you know, they kept them in mind and used them to make things look better and sharper even.
Like, literally, the reason why Mario RPG broke, like, fucking reviewers' it broke, like, the standard for simulated 3D graphics because it looked so 3D for only being 16-bit, because they deliberately left out pixels to make it look better on a CRTV. Like, it's amazing what they do to make things, like, just look more shaded, because the scan lines are like an extra layer of pretty much color and filter compared to nowadays the hyper, like, realistic graphics. You need a 4K TV or games look uncanny sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they take in the new natural lightings, like, fucking mindsets that look weird as hell in some games, because like us playing Red Dead, it was like looking at two completely different games of me playing in 4K with the whole Ultra HD lighting. His looked better in some instances because mine left out like a lot of used natural lighting, so if it was a cloudy day in game, it didn't look as pretty because it just looked cloudy. Especially out of the night shots.
Yeah, the night shots were really made a difference, honestly. The older, because back then I didn't have a 4K TV, and I still don't have one of the better PS4s. And I really don't care to get one because I'll just get a PS5 eventually. But yeah, it actually looked a lot better at night in my older graphics.
But yeah, I think that getting to Agrabah and just kind of flying off topic constantly here is a good place to stop.
Yeah. We'll see you folks later.
Thank you for watching. This was definitely a fun one. I had quite a good time.
Yeah, I did too. And everybody stay tuned for another wild and wacky episode of Cause and Effect. Coming this October. Goodbye.
No, it's not. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, yes it is. I'll try. I'll do my best. I have ideas.
No. Goodbye.
Bye.